Hey, it's Trey, and welcome to Midday with Trey. So, I've just pulled out a couple of books here. This one is pretty much in my current style. It's just a composition book. If I'm not mistaken, I got this at Dollar Tree, and it's got like a plastic cover, and this is just for decoration. Pretty much, it covers up the stitching, but anyways, this one, like I said, is pretty much in my current glue book style, where I put down random things, then stamp and collage over, stamp or stencil over it, usually in black or white or metallic. And then usually there's a person and text. And that's just kind of my style right now. So anyways, I want to go ahead and finish this book. So I went ahead and pulled this out so that I can hopefully finish this soon. If it's not already finished, I'm starting to think, is it finished? But I'm pretty sure towards the back that it's not. This, I wish I would have never put in my book because I don't like the image. And every time that I see it, I don't like it. It brings out bad memories. Or not memories, but a bad feeling. So I wish I wouldn't have put it in there. Even though I thought it was an interesting sand sculpture, it just reminds me of Bassinet. And I just, Alright, so here's a page. And then this is just one of my little magazine journals from my apartment guide. And on this one, I don't know if I actually folded these pages down or not. It's hard to tell now. This is an original page, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. On this one, because when I originally started making these magazine journals, I took the regular size magazine, because it's about this width, and I would cut them in half, and then I would fold all these pages over. So it would basically bulk it up. So on this one, this was, I think, my experiment. And then I never finished this half of it. I finished the other half. But I cut it in half, or I cut it in half, and then I cut it this way as well. And then those halves of the sheets I just used in the book itself if I could. And then that way it's not as bulky when I start. So that's the way that I started doing my magazine journals. So yeah, I just started, this is one that's been hanging around. This is more in my older style. So I just went ahead because I want to finish it. I have a lot of this guy. Whatever catalog it was, they used him a lot in it. So I have a lot of him. So I figured maybe he could go in here. So yeah. So just using up some images, because I have so much. So I'm trying to just kind of go through. I'm sorry, my son's here and that scared me. He laughed. So I'm just trying to finish up some projects. That's kind of been my focus here. Oh, these are stuck together. I bet there's nothing in the middle. There's not. Dang it. You know what? I'm going to stick these two together real good. And now they're supposed to be together. There we go. That's cool. Okay. So, have you all been having good weather? We have for the most part. It is raining today, but it's been pretty nice. last week, man, my whole week just got away from me. Nothing worked out as planned. I tell you. We just had a lot of stuff going on at work. I had a lot of just personal stuff going on, especially just getting Kenan ready for graduation. That just was a lot more than we anticipated. But he is graduated. Yay! And our mayor came, which was cool because our mayor, if you don't know, is the wrestler Kane. So Kenan got to shake his hand and he said, "It's nice to meet you, Kane," which I thought was bold of him. And but Kane said, "It's nice to meet you too, kid." His name's Glenn Jacobs, and he is a nice guy. I mean, I can't say nothing bad about him. I like this dude just the way he is with the snow, and so I don't think I'm going to use him in this book. I'm trying to stay on screen. I keep wanting to pull it towards me. I could use her like that and just cut off her leg. She covers up too much. I know that I have some different size things in here. A lot of these are ones that I was like, nope, and put on top. See, I got smaller people in here. Look at his poor head. Or her head. Graduation was outside and it was so hot. And this is so weird, but it's like, okay, it was on the football field. So here's the football field, okay? So we're in the bleachers and we're like right here, okay? And then there's the track and then starts the football field. And they had the stage way over here. And then there was like chairs and a big gap. It's like, really? Really? So like all my pictures are like from really far away. It sucks. They're all blurry and stuff. Because, you know, there is no way I'm going to be able to cut her fingers. She's just going to have to stay like that and I'll have to color them or something. Because if I try to cut them, it's going to be bad. Give me your mitten hands. Kind of like that. This is the one bad thing is if you cut them out beforehand that you do have like, you know, their legs get all messed up and their arms get all messed up. But I mean, I don't really care that much. It's just paper. It's just paper, guys. Don't get all twisted. It's just paper. You're gluing paper down to paper. It's fine. Oh, I've kind of had a headache all week. I hate that. I know it's coming from my back. And I keep stretching out my back, and I even took like my muscle relaxers and stretched out my back, and oh no. It's just kind of out of whack. I'm going to have to get Jeremy to massage it for me. Because he can massage it and then it will release those muscles and then I can do my stretches and it'll put it back in place. Otherwise, I'm going to have to talk to Shannon, my platonic life partner, who is a chiropractor, and have her adjust me. And you would think, since my best friend is my very good friend, she's my platonic life partner. Since my platonic life partner is a chiropractor, that I would go all the time and all that, but I don't because it hurts. Oh man, I tell you, chiropractic is just so hard on my back. I got so much scar tissue. It's just, so I end up like leaving it for like the last minute or what. And Miss Shanae gets so mad at me. She's like, "You should have came in earlier." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm hurt. Help me." Stop scolding me. It's funny because when I first started going to Shayna for my chiropractor, we weren't as close as we are now. So, I mean, we were starting to get kind of close. We were dance partners, but, you know, we weren't really friends. We were friends, but not friends. And my vlog was active at the time. And I had been, like, complaining on my vlog. And not really complaining, but I was like, "Oh man, I hurt so bad. Had to go and see Shayna today, and I'm hurting." And she was like, "Why didn't you tell me I was hurting you?" She saw it, was like, "Why didn't you tell me I was hurting you?" I was like, "Why does it matter? You know, really, because it's not her. It's not her technique. She's excellent. It's 100% just me. It's the way my body responds. It's just hard on it. But it's, you know, it's good. And I'm pretty much to the point now where I can just go and get like maybe a couple of adjustments and I'm good. But when I had to go to Miss Shanae, I was really bad out of whack. And we had to do like months of therapy. That was so hard on my body. I would go to her, and by the end of the day, I'd be walking around like a hunchback because I had to go and work and I couldn't like stretch and all that. But um, if I can stretch and stuff afterwards and have just an off day, then I do better. But you know, I couldn't always do that. See if I can put her. Ooh, she looks pretty good right there. Yes. Yes, honey. I'm good. I'm glad to be putting you down. I've had you for a while. So, Jeremy and I yesterday went over to the zoo for just a little bit. Oh, we weren't there very long. Mainly, we checked on the crane's egg because there's a pair of cranes that have laid an egg, and we decided we're going to try to monitor it. So, and I was really happy we went because I was feeling very lazy yesterday. And he was like, "Do you want to go over to the zoo and check on the crane egg?" And I was like, at first I was like, he's like, "And to help you get your steps in." And I was like, man, I need to do that because I've been walking like at least a mile every day. But last week, I only walked on Tuesday. It was the only day that I really had, and I didn't get to walk Monday. So I walked like a little bit over a mile and a half. And I was like, okay, so, you know, I'm making up for yesterday. And then that was the last day I walked that week because it just didn't work out. And it was awful and I was very upset. So I was very thankful that Jeremy was mindful of that, you know. So it did help me get my steps in. I think we ended up walking almost 7,000 steps when it was all said and done. Because we also went to like a couple of estate sales, which was fun because we used to love to go to estate sales. And, you know, because of the pandemic, there just hasn't really been any, and they're starting to open back up. And it's just so cool because at an estate sale, I don't know if you've been or not, but you go, the whole house is open usually. So you get to go in and you go through the house and, you know, you can shop for their things. But we really enjoy looking at the houses more than anything and kind of getting a feel for the people. And it was very interesting because we went to two, and both of the people were prominent people like in our community. One was Wanda Moody, And she was really big on like city council and all that. Was a really big name, just local kind of politics. And she died. She was 91. She lived a very long life, so it was really interesting. I walked in to her house, and she has a gorgeous, or she had a gorgeous house. It was so beautiful, and I saw something on the wall that said Wanda Moody, and I turned to Jeremy and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is Wanda Moody's house. And then we started seeing more, and we're like, yeah, this is definitely her house. And then the second one was, oh shoot, what were their names? Dang it. But they owned a funeral home in Clinton, Tennessee. So they had a really, really nice house. And we walked through it. Because, I mean, it was Sunday, so most of the state sales were over. So there wasn't really a lot there. Jeremy ended up buying a pair of she's got an outline around her, and it actually doesn't look too bad, you know. I think I'm going to leave it. I like this, but I like her feet, and I hate that her feet are going to be cut off. Could put her sideways like that. At least her feet wouldn't be cut off. Let's do it. Why not? This is my book. Let's be silly. So most everything was gone, and the good thing on like Sundays is that usually it's 50% off, and at the Clinton one it was actually 60% off, which was good. There was a lot of china and crystal and stuff like that there at both of the places. But Jeremy ended up buying some little votive candles, a little votive candle set, and then we got some wine gift bags for Christmas, because we usually give my stepmom a bottle of wine, and sometimes we get my aunt a bottle of wine. So we went ahead and got those because I thought they were cute. I just didn't find anything. But I did really enjoy. No, I take that back. I did. I found a couple of enamel pins. So I did find something. Her book doesn't quite fit, but we may put her there anyways. Is she contemplating? See, I just want to pull it towards me. I don't want y'all to see what I'm doing. She's too big. There's some eyes. Maybe I can just put some eyes somewhere. Looking for some littler people. I know I got some in here. Oh, she's pretty. She'll be pretty. Let's see. We'll just work on this book mainly. How's that? Because I would really like to get this one finished. So let me tell you what happened to me at the grocery store yesterday. To me, this was hilarious. First of all, background, we were at our local grocery store. This is the grocery store where, you know, we buy the majority of our food. Our pharmacy is there. Not only that, but Jeremy worked there for a while. We know a lot of the cashiers. We know the pharmacist. We know some of the managers. You know, it's one of those places where when I walk in, people wave at me. You know, it's all like, hey, Tracy, sometimes, or sometimes it's just a wave, whatever. We're known. We're known in this establishment. So anyways, we stopped yesterday after our estate selling and did some grocery shopping. And we're over, and I'm looking at the cherries because I decided I wanted to get a bag of cherries because they had a few left. And I love cherries, and it's been a while. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get a bag of cherries. So I was going through these bags, and there's probably about 6 bags that were left. And the 2 bags that were on top had a lot of wrinkled cherries in them. Now, I'm the only one that's going to be eating these, so I decided to look at all the bags because I wanted to get the ones that I thought were going to last the longest. So I'm sitting there, the bags are right here. I'm picking them up, I'm moving them over like that, and then I find the bag, this is the third bag, and I decided to get it. I picked it up, I looked at it, they all looked good. I picked one out, I popped it in my mouth to see if they were sweet, and they tasted sweet. So I closed up the bag, put it in my shopping cart. Now, during this, I went yeah, I did that to put it in my shopping cart. Now, during this time, Jeremy also was sitting next to me, and there was some grapes. And there was a bag of red grapes, a bag of green grapes, and black grapes. And Jeremy said, I don't think I've ever had black grapes. And so I was like, really? I prefer, I like Concord grapes. I like slip skin grapes. And that's what I was telling him. And meantime, he picked one up and popped it in his mouth and went, I don't know. I like green grapes better. And while we were talking, I realized that this kid that was working there had walked up to me and was talking to me. And basically what he was saying was he was scolding me for eating the produce. And he accused me of like opening all the cherry bags, which I didn't. They were already open, which is pretty standard, so you can see the produce. And he's like, did you have to open all the bags or something like that? And I went, yeah, even though I didn't. But he kind of like scolded me, and Jeremy didn't know what was going on. But I just kind of went, yeah, I had to, whatever. He's like, do you need some help? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, you're opening all the bags. And I just kind of looked at him, and he's like, you really should wash that produce before you eat it. Just saying. And so then Jeremy was like, what was all that about? And I said, oh, he was just being an ass. And I said it, loud enough to where he could hear it. Then I had to go over and get an onion. And he was standing on that aisle. So it's like, here's the onion now. He's standing right here. I come around like this, and I get an onion, and I say to him, I was like, are you going to be an ass to me about the onions too? And he just is like, well, I was just saying you just really should do that progress. So then he's standing right here. Well, Jeremy's standing like right here. And so I get the onion and I start coming around, and Jeremy goes, really, dude? And then dude said something smart to Jeremy, and I don't know what he said, but Jeremy kind of got a stern look on his face, and he said something, and this is the funniest part, is where dude was standing, the bananas were right behind him. So Jeremy's like scolding him. I guess let me switch these people. Okay, this is dude, this is Jeremy. So Jeremy's like, really, dude? And he said something, and then he steps forward to get the bananas. And this guy, I thought, was going to poop his pants. I just thought it was funny. I was telling Kenan about it this morning, and I said, this guy obviously thought I was a boomer. And he thought he was going to say something really smart to me, and then I was going to get all flustered and not do anything back. I was like, but I'm not a boomer. I'm an Xer. I was like, and we really don't care. We just like everybody live their own life, but just don't mess with me. I think he was really surprised I said anything back. I told Kenan, I was like, he's this little TikTok kid who thought he was going to tell off this boomer. I mean, he's really lucky I didn't go and tell on him, to his manager. Because, I mean, that was just bullcrap. I mean, I don't care. Sure, I should not have been eating a cherry. Jeremy should not have been eating a grape. But I am sorry. You don't... No. Especially because had he really you know, had I really wanted to throw a fit about it. And I know all the managers and stuff. You know, we're really well known in there. And well liked. It's not like, you know, we're just well known, but we're also well liked. Everybody likes us. They know us. They know us by name. It would just would have been bad for him. It would have been pain. I'm trying to get some of these. I just threw a lot of these in here. I like her. I would have loved it if one of our manager friends were there and and he saw us talking to him. I would have made some. Oh, that would have been perfect, especially if he would have seen us, because I would have made some kind of gesture like I was pointing towards him, even though I still would not. I still would not have ratted him out. Because let me tell you what, his attitude's going to get him. He doesn't need me. He doesn't need me to rat him out. Somebody else will. But I mean, hey, good for him for having passion. You know, it must be frustrating. Even Jeremy, who's really just non-tolerant of disrespect. I mean, that is like the one thing you cannot do to Jeremy is disrespect him. It's just like one of the very worst things you can do. So, even him, he was just like, no, I don't want to get him in trouble. And, you know, even though he was very disrespectful to us. And even the way he spoke to us. I mean, it wasn't like he even spoke to us in a respectful manner. And that's really what pissed me off, I think, the most. It was like, look, dude, I get it. I'm not supposed to be eating the produce. But come on, dude. I deserve respect. You don't have to treat me like that. But like I always say, you never know what's going on in somebody's life. He may have had an awful, awful day, had some awful news. So I just laughed and let it go, and it gave me a good story to talk about for about 10 minutes. Oh no. No, I'll have to tape that in or something. It must have quit raining. I don't hear any rain. Took the girls out this morning and let them run around a little bit, because I did not let them go out all weekend, because I did not feel like chasing Ember around. Ember loves to go outside, but she absolutely hates coming back in. Well, it's not even that she hates coming back in. She doesn't like doing what she's told. So it's like I can't be standing by the door when she comes in. You know, she has her own little rules. She's worse than her father. Jeremy has all these different rules that he abides by. So they went out this morning, and it started raining while they were out there. Willow's not allowed off the deck because she's too little. We have a hawks all around, so she can't leave the deck. She has to stay up there with me. So we were sitting there, and she likes to be. I don't even want to say that she likes to be outside, because she's not so much. She likes to sit on the deck, and she likes to sit on my lap. And, and then that's the way she likes to be outside. She's just not very, I don't know. She's just not, that's just not her deal. Got some people here. So she was sitting on my lap and it started raining and a raindrop hit her on top of the head. And she looked at me like, why did you do that? And I was like, baby, mommy did not do that. She was so cute though. She got mad and went in the house and she turned around and looked at me like, I can't believe he did that to me. Amber is getting a little bit better about coming in, but the last time we were out, she gave me a really hard time. Therefore, if she gives me a really hard time, she doesn't get to go out like the next day. It's the reason why she didn't get to go out over the weekend, because she gave me such a hard time on Friday. I was like, you little snot. And cut off her legs. Just make some random leg come down. That'd be weird. We're not going to do that. I really like this size of composition book. This is a really nice size. I'm pretty dang sure I got this at Dollar Tree. I might have gotten it at Dollar General, but I'm pretty sure I got them at Dollar Tree. Dollar General. I got them at Dollar General because it says Dollar Gen Corp. Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Made in India. Guys, I'm brokenhearted. Let me tell you. I'm making this. I fell in love with this composition book. It is by Mint Green. It's dot ruled. I got it at Ollie's, and it's just got a really light dot in it. And now I'm making this into a drawing reference because I'm trying to learn to draw. So this is going to be like my drawing reference notebook. But I fell in love with it so much, and I was like, yes, I love it. So I went to go and buy some more, and I cannot find them. Apparently, they're not making them anymore. I even chased it down to like the paper company, and I went and looked at their products, and they do not offer any composition books. They just offer journals, and I'm so sad. So I hate that. It just seems like every time I find something that I like, it's discontinued. So, oh well. Glad I found it while I did. Let's make her leap. I put out a plea to my friends and told them, I was like, if you see any of these notebooks, buy them all. And I even emailed the company and said, do you guys not make this anymore? And if not, do you have a comparable, brand? Because if I'm not mistaken, this brand was sold at Walmart, and I could actually buy this notebook at a different Walmart, but I had to go there, and it's like 100 miles away. And they had a different one by Mint Green, And it said it was dot rolled, but all the pictures showed lines. So I'm just really sad because this is like soy-based ink. It's 60% recycled. It feels so good. And what I love about it is that it lays flat. It lays so flat. Look at that. The way that it's sewn, it just lays so flat. And the paper's so dreamy. I just want to write on it. Don't want to cut off your legs. I got a lot of dancers. We have non-dancers. I don't want this whole book to be all my dancers. Don't want to do it like that. Get your arms on there, woman. That'll work. I'm gonna have to cut her out. My son's in the bathroom. Say hello, son. Hi. Did you enjoy meeting Kane yesterday? Huh? Did you enjoy meeting Kane yesterday? Yeah, it was fun. And he's gone. The life of a mother with teenage boys, especially, they just disappear into their rooms, and you don't see them unless they come to the bathroom or they're hungry. Kennan's dad let him not work for his senior year. He told him he could take his senior off and just be a kid. So now it's time for Kennan to get a job, and he's all like, yeah. So he's got one more week with me. This is last week. He goes back to his dad's on Friday, and I'm like, just lay around and play video games, honey. I said, enjoy your last week of freedom. Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about the whole taking the time off because he does much better when he's working. Yeah, I almost backfired too, but you know, hey, I'm not the only parent here. He gets to make decisions too. And he thought he was doing what was best. It just almost screwed up Kennan. Give her that other leg. It's interesting that you're in my people. Yes, Queen. We'll walk it out. I don't know if you guys notice it or not, but probably not. But in a lot of the times when I'm gluing these people down, there's a white space or whatever that I've left when I've cut them out. Sometimes when I go to glue them down, I'll fix it. I'm trying to get her hand on the edge. So give me a minute while I line all this crap up because it's kind of hard to line everything up. There we go. But like between her legs, there's a white space. And sometimes I'll go in and I'll snip that out. But a lot of times I'll just leave it and I won't even care. A lot of times it'll be in her hair or it'll be around the hands, especially the hands, because hands are really hard to cut out. Try to cut out fingers, you get these little spiky things that do not look like fingers. They look like claws. So a lot of times I won't cut out hands. I'll just cut out like little mittens around them or whatever, and then I will outline the body or whatever. Or sometimes, like for her, I won't cut off her fingers. I may come in and do X-Acto knife in here depending on the background, but like for her fingers I'll leave it like that, and then I'll either color in and just outline her whole body, or I'll maybe even just leave it. It just really depends on the picture. But I just wanted to give y'all a heads up on that. Because, you know, if I tried to cut out her hand, it's just, it's not going to look good. It's just not. Little person, a bigger person. Yeah, yes, let's just use you. Let me see your hand. Pull your hand out. There you go. Oh, she's got a pinky. Okay, now see how she has her elbow, how that's not cut out? Can you tell? But when I put it down here, how it doesn't really matter. I mean, I could cut it out, but do you really notice it now that it's down like that? No, not really. No, up here you do because it's on black, which is why I'm kind of like, Now see over here, that looks better. See over here, that would be very hard to cover that up to where that looks good. But over here, even if I left it, it wouldn't even look that bad. So, and I'm going to just leave her elbow the way it is. There's no need. Because, I mean, you're just going to see a little bit of map. And, I mean, really, that's almost the same color. So does it really matter? That's where I want her hands. I'll just glue that there. Oh, nope. That's not where I want her hand because that throws her off. Let's just, there we go. There we go. Now let's fix your little hand, Missy. Give me your hand. Give me your knee. Alright, I think I'm going to end it here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully I'll see you later on in the week. If not, I'll just catch up with you when I can. Thanks for being patient with me. I'll give you a leg up. Where did we put that ballerina that only had the one leg? Here we go. Oh, she's got two legs. Oh. Let's make it really weird. Oh, Lord. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.